Yo, how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing today? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, how's it going? I ran here, Balone. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you hopping on in, Ricky. Did you have a good day yesterday? Great day yesterday in the premium. Just gonna be talking about plays, things that I like, any stats. It's a big day, but I know it's Saturday. I don't know how many people are gonna be on here. Don't know how many people are gonna be on here today. Nah, I chalked one because of Fox. Nah, that's tough. That game absolutely blew out. That was tough. What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Just trying something new here. Going through plays that I like. Any stats that we see. I did drop a play in my premium, but I'll give you guys it here for free. The 3-leg here. Keontae George over 2.5 threes. That's a tough matchup, though. Let me know if you guys have any questions, any plays, any stats, anything you guys want me to take a look at. Can you check KD rebounds and assists? Yeah, sure. Durant rebounds and assists at 8.5. It is favored. It is minus 130 on other books. 8.5 rebounds and assists for Kevin Durant. Let's take a look. Wow. 7 out of 10 games hit this line all season. This season hit this line in 64% of games. Matchup against Denver, who allow bottom 7 rebounds but average assists. It's a good matchup for sure. It's a little bit better just because it's going to be a closer game. Playing in Houston. It's not terrible for sure. There's nothing really going to stand out in my opinion on this matchup against Denver. They allow third least rebounds, below average assists as well. Nothing's really going to stand out. The potentials really haven't been great. Yeah, not a huge fan of this buyer for Durant. If anything I'm going to do for Durant, I'm going to do his points. If I'm going to do anything for Durant, I'll do his points. 25.5 points looks good, especially in a game that's projected to be close, right? That's the big thing. Kevin Durant likes turning up at the end of the game when they need him to. And I'll show you this here, where it's like, we get in a 2-man? Yeah, we'll 100% get a 2-man in the Discord. Honestly, that Cooper flag play I really like. That might be my 2-unit, but there's so many other plays I got to take a look at. We'll definitely get 1 2-unit, if not 2 or 3. If I find something that's really good, I'll definitely let the premium know for sure. What was I looking at? Margins. Yeah, I honestly don't like too much for Kevin Durant. I'm not going to lie. Derek White, 20 points for White. The matchup's not good for White. The only thing you got going is that 20 points for White's at 22.5. Jaylen Brown's not going to play. He's doubtful, so most likely not going to play. I just don't like the matchup for White, really. 53% of Derek White's points come from above the break threes. It's what's it called? 53% above the break threes. It's a bottom 9 matchup. You look at the defenses as well. It's not a good matchup all around. The only thing is good spot up and no Jaylen Brown, but I don't think that's enough to justify the 22. 20 still I still don't like. Thoughts on Peyton Watson under 18 PRA for YouTube? I got you. Peyton Watson. And if you guys want to check out what I'm seeing on YouTube, click the link in my bio. I use Props Edge. You can see literally exactly what I'm looking at on YouTube if you guys are interested in that. 18.5. It's at 17.5 on books, but I'll show you at 18.5. I'm looking at 18.5 on the under for Watson. Interesting. Why do you like this? He's been eating. If you look at this season without Christian Brown or Aaron Gordon, at 18.5 PRA, he's 8 out of 11 on this line. It is a pretty tough matchup against Houston, where 55% of Watson's points come in the restricted area, but still, like, I don't think that's going to trump, what, 73% rate, averaging 23 PRA without Brown and Watson, or without Brown and Gordon. Even though it's a tough matchup against the Houston, don't get me wrong, he only had 5 PRA last game. He must have gotten hurt. That doesn't count. Yeah, this doesn't even count. He got hurt last game. So I definitely wouldn't take the under. In my opinion, would not take the under. Durant 15, yeah, Durant 15 should be, I don't even know what's that going to give you, but 15 for Durant is crazy. Yeah, good spot there. Jokic 29.5. I don't really like the matchup against Houston, really. Jokic 29.5. That's what his points line is at. I just think he'll need a score because this game is projected to be close, but I'm not a huge fan of just using that that as my reasoning. Center position, they do give a lot of points to centers. That's interesting. Houston gives 5th most points to opposing centers, but they don't give them any points in the restricted area. Jokic doesn't even score that much in the restricted area. Only 35% of his points come in the restricted area. It's a bottom 6 matchup, but his other zones are pretty good. Honestly, let me see the play types too. Play types are not that good. Post up, pick and roll is not good. 29.5, 3 out of 10 games. Yeah, he had 39 against the last game, but again, it was a close game, so you need a close game, and that game went to OT. So, honestly, not a huge fan of this. Without Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown doesn't really matter. Yeah, not a huge fan. Like, the matchup's not good. He's only hit this in 38% of games without Aaron Gordon, so I don't think it's crazy. Oh, a little hard to hear today. Dang. Yeah, I just gotta move it closer. You think? Huh. Is this better? Ben, did that get better on YouTube? I never heard back about my situation on the Discord. Oh, yes. I will. You can't DM me on Discord. Send me your Discord username, and I'll look at it. All right, let's see. I put him 15. He's only averaging 20 plus in past 3 games. Kind of risky. KD 25. 25 for Durant. It's the same thing as Jokic. I don't really like that spot. I honestly don't like too much on that Houston game. I'll take a look a little bit more in that game, but not a huge fan of anything in that Houston game. I'm not going to lie. Houston, Denver. I know it's coming up. LeBron, PA, Reeves, Ayton, and Rui Hour. Ayton's out too. I know Reeves been out. Against the Clippers, LeBron points and assists. Points and assists for Bron. I mean, he's had 30 and 38 points and assists in the past 2 games without Reeves. And then last game without Ayton. This matchup against the Clippers isn't bad. It's not amazing, though. Nothing's really, like, making me really want to take the spot here for LeBron. They are only 2-point favorites, so that's really good. I don't mind it. I don't mind the over. I'm probably not going to take it, though. But I don't mind it. If you like it, I don't mind it. Keontae George under, and I'll take a look at Cam Spencer after that. Yeah, drop me your Discord. Sorry, Diarcos, drop me your Discord in like a YouTube comment or something. Well, I'll take a look at that after. Shadow, thanks for the roses. Keontae George, yes, that's what we're looking at. Keontae George under his PRA at 37.5. It's pretty much even odds. So it's not crazy odds-wise. Under though, Lauri Markkanen is out again. Oh, I would not take this under. Against Orlando, you would think they do have a pretty good defense when it comes to just above the break threes, but they get absolutely torched in the pick and roll. Ooh. I think this is different. I thought they did. Keontae George. Yeah, they give the 5th most points in the pick and roll. I don't know. This play type's interesting. Average points to, they do get lit up by point guards. They give the most points to opposing point guards. I could easily see Keontae George having an absolute field day today. I can see Keontae George again having an absolute field. His usage has been insane without Lauri Markkanen. Let's see. Games without Lauri Markkanen. I mean, 2 games without Lauri Markkanen. I mean, last game, he just had 20 field goal attempts. 9 potential assists. He didn't have that many potential assists. 7 rebound chances. It's not terrible. I don't think I would go under. Just the usage is going to be crazy about Lauri Markkanen. Cam Spencer over 24.5 points and assists. Yeah, Spencer has been killing it. And his match was pretty good, I think. Yeah, against Washington. Points and assists for Cam Spencer. It's pretty solid. Actually, I'd rather do points and rebounds, bro. Points and rebounds at 17.5 points and rebounds for Cam Spencer is a little bit better, but let's take a look at that. I'm taking a look at Cam Spencer real quick, then I'll go back to the TikTok ones. But if you guys want to see what I'm doing on YouTube, drop me a subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to try to go live every single day there as well while I live here. It's just easier to see what I'm looking at on YouTube because I'm showing my screen there. Oh, what's the play? All right, after this, I'll tell the play and I'll go back to the reasonings. But Cam Spencer, sorry. Let me look at Cam Spencer real quick. Then I'll go to the play. Then I will continue answering questions. 17.5 points and rebounds for Cam Spencer is pretty solid. If you look at the last, like, 10 games, let's just look at... He's just been playing more minutes. Just way more a part of the rotation. Let's just look at games this season when he's playing at least, let's say 25. Does he play 25 minutes consistently? Yeah. Probably more so like 23. Jaw's out, right? Maybe we can just see games without Jaw. One sec. Sorry, I really want to look into Cam Spencer. Yeah, no Jaw. So let's just look into games without Ja Morant. Without Ja Morant, 33% on this season. He was on a heater, but I think without Ja, like, he doesn't play like 30 minutes. He's not an actual, like, starter player. And this Memphis team doesn't play their guys a lot of minutes, especially like their stars. Like, Jaren Jackson doesn't play that much. Cam Spencer sometimes starts, sometimes comes off the bench. I'm not a huge fan. It's a really good matchup against Washington. I would be more inclined to take Jaren Jackson Jr. I always wanted to avoid him recently, but he's been hooping. And he's been shooting more shots. Without Edie and without Jaw. But last game, Cam Spencer sat. I don't know. I wouldn't take Cam Spencer, though, in my opinion. Alright, the play for today. If you guys want to write it down, I could pin it. If you want to, you guys write it down, I could pin it. But the play of the day is in the same game, right? That just helps with correlation when you're doing things in the same game, right? If that game stays close, you have more of a chance of hitting the play, right? But if you have 3 separate games and one of the games blow out, you're more than likely going to miss the whole thing, right? That makes sense? If they're in the same game, if it blows out, you're already going to miss. So, more likely than not, you want to correlate plays, especially when they give you the same bonus, right? First play. If someone could write it down. Anthony Davis over 21.5 points. I think they bumped it up. So, give me a sec. Odds jam. 21.5 points for Anthony Davis on the more. If it's at 22.5, I wouldn't take it there. But let me show you something to replace if it's at 22.5. Cooper Flag over 28.5 PRA. Cooper Flag over 28.5 PRA. That's my favorite play. Can't trust 80. I respect it. If you don't like 80, I respect it. It's a really good matchup, though. No Joel Embiid. Really good matchup against the Sixers. But if you don't like it, I respect it. Just take the bottom 2. I mean, at the end of the day, take what you want to take. And then the last play is Dominic Barlow. Dominic Barlow. He's a forward on the Sixers. Over 15.5 PRA. More than 15.5 PRA. Because no Paul George. No Embiid. No Paul George, no Embiid, and no Oubre. So that's the play of the day. Let me find something to replace with Anthony Davis's points, because I think it got bumped up. One sec. Anthony Davis. I like Anthony Davis a lot. I love his matchup against the Sixers today, especially without Embiid. First quarter points at 4.5 doesn't seem bad. I replaced it with 25.5 points and assists, if anything. 25.5 points and assists, probably the best odds there. Yeah, or 25.5 points and assists is the best odds. That's the play. Every 5K likes, I will drop the play again, and I'll go through a recap of everything else that we've liked based on a sticky note that I have here that I can show y'all. Or that I can just write down, sorry. Maxi's points, I think it's a little bit high. I wouldn't take it. And the matchup's not the best thing in the world against the Mavs. I wanted to take Maxi just because it was like same game, but 31.5 is really high for Maxi. I probably wouldn't take it. Are you still dropping a lottery play later? Lottery play? Probably. If I find something, yeah. I still have a bunch of things to look out for. I've only looked at that Dallas game and then one other play, but there's way more plays that are on today's slate. I just gotta look, right? And they're all going to be in the premium if you guys want to join up there. You like 80 or Flags line? I like Flags more. What's my TikTok? It's Balonesvida. Or the one I'm on right now is Tailed Enterprise. Over PRA for Spencer. It's a really good matchup for Cam Spencer. It really is. But even if you look at games for Cam Spencer, even when you look at games with Cam Spencer without Ja Morant, it hasn't even been that good. He's just been on a heater. He's been shooting really well. He doesn't get his 30-plus minutes usually. He only played 32. He played 32 minutes last game against Portland. But besides that, he hasn't played 30 minutes in the longest time. Even without Ja Morant this season. 33% of games going over his line without Ja. So I'm not a huge fan of this spot for Cam Spencer. It is a really good matchup against Washington, but I don't think it trumps like the volume, the minutes, the shot attempts, right? What is Aldama at? That's interesting. I want to see Santi Aldama real quick. I think Aldama's going to be pretty good. At 5K likes, guys, if y'all could like it up to 5K, I'll drop the plays again. I'll give a reasoning, or I'll give a recap of what I like. Aldama's interesting. His line's at what? 15.5 points for Aldama? That's crazy. Never mind. He doesn't even shoot that much. A lot of these Memphis players, they just play a lot of guys, a lot of minutes. Jaren has been playing way better. Jaren has finally been getting 33-plus minutes. But I don't know if this is going to be the same here, which is my worry. It's a really good match for Jaren, too. But he hasn't been doing well himself without Ja. Let's see without Edie. Edie and Ja out. Let me see. I don't mind Jaren Jackson Jr.'s PRA. We'll take a look at what it is. But Jaren Jackson Jr. is in a good spot. JJJ, Obers. We don't know what one yet. But I'll give a recap at 5K what I like. Wells? Yeah, Wells has been eating. And this is honestly a really good matchup for Wells, too. This is honestly another good matchup for Wells. A good spot-up matchup, right? 35% of his points come in spot-up. Top 9 matchup. Good transition matchup. Good free throw matchup. Good pick-and-roll matchup. All around a good matchup. Good catch and shoot as well. That's a good spot here in general. 14.5 though. 14.5. Let me see what the best line is for Wells. Sorry, let me take a look at Jalen Wells real quick. Yeah, points and assists at 17.5 points and assists is probably gonna be your best spot for Wells. 17.5 points and assists. And then actually 3 assists. Oh, maybe it's not at 14.5 on Prize Picks. It's at 15 on Prize Picks. Okay. I think I'd still much rather just take 15 though. Sorry, one sec. Without. All right. He's been getting more minutes. Let's say at least 25. When Wells plays 25 minutes in a matchup where. Let's just look at defensive rating. Opponent defensive rating. Washington is the worst defensive team in the NBA when you look at defensive rating. When he goes against teams with bottom 10 defensive rating for Jalen Wells, yeah, Jaren Jackson's soft. He just doesn't go for rebounds. When you look at teams that are bottom 10 in defensive rating, keep in mind that Washington is worst in defensive rating. Jalen Wells has averaged 16.8 points. He's won over 15 points in 7 out of 9 games, only missing against the Clippers, where he shot 2 of 7 and 1 of 6 from 3, and then New Orleans early on. Wells looks like he's in a good spot. Wells looks like he's in a good spot. Just 4 points. Yeah, Wells, that's the guy I'd take on Memphis. Wells, 15 points. Honestly, every time we took in Wells, he's done well, but like everyone has taken Wells. This is a good spot still for Wells. And, oh, they're 13-point favorites. Wow. But yeah, I still like this spot for Wells. Cooper, 28.5 PRA. Can you check Jokic? I don't like Jokic's points. You got Booker's points. Booker against the Warriors again. It's a tough matchup for him against the Warriors. We saw it last game. He had 25 points, yeah, but 9 of 19 from the field. That game was really close, too. Not a huge fan of Booker's point. There's nothing really crazy here. If anything, I'd lean the under, to be honest. But I'm not going to take that. Is Allen still out? Is Grayson Allen still out? Grayson Allen's questionable. Yeah. I wouldn't take the spot for Booker. Nothing crazy there. At 5K likes, I'll drop the free play again. I'll give you the leans or like plays that we talked about, too. Jabari over 7 rebounds. Interesting. Smith Jr. Against the Nuggets for rebounds. He's been killing. I mean, 12, 10, 10, 8 rebounds. But he's been in 2 back-to-back games that went to OT. So they gave him 5 extra minutes there, right? He played 43 minutes, 44 minutes, 37. He plays a lot of minutes. Damn. He plays a lot of minutes. But 19 rebound chances, 17 rebound chances, which is good. But both those games went to overtime. What is this looking like? 14 rebound chances, 15 rebound chances, 2 rebound chances, 12. It's not terrible, but the matchup against Denver isn't the best thing in the world. It's not terrible for sure. He's been killing this line, and if you say like last 15, he's 11 of 15 on this line. So yeah, I don't mind the spot. This game should be pretty close. The matchup's not the best thing in the world, but 11 of 15 is really good. He's getting the chances too. The game should be close, like I said. Is Eason back yet? That might mess things up, though. No, he's out. Okay, I don't mind. I don't mind Jabari Smith. I really don't. That seems pretty solid. We reached 5K. Hell yeah. All right. So if someone can write it down for the folks in here. I can't write it down while I'm sharing this. It's just weird. Someone write it down, and I'll pin it. Okay? First play, Anthony Davis over 20, more than 21.5 points. If you don't have 21.5, if it's at 22.5, like it's bumped, take 25.5 points and assists. I love this spot for Anthony Davis. I think he's going to hit points or points and assists, but a really good matchup against Philly without Joel Embiid, who give a lot of points in the restricted area, and he's been hitting this line at a very high rate. The only thing I'm worried about is that he's probable with a sickness or illness, but he's probable. He's probably going to play. I think he's still going to hoop. My favorite play so far that I've seen is Cooper Flag over 28.5 points and assists for Cooper Flag. Like, I don't understand why this line's so low. He's being handed the keys to this offense. He's shooting a bunch of shots, and now he gets an excellent matchup, the same matchup against the Sixers. Really good matchup here against the Sixers in a game that has a 1-point spread. So hopefully it doesn't blow out. Hopefully the game stays close. 28.5 PRA. In the last 15, he's averaging 31.5. Even with Anthony Davis back in the lineup, he's still been killing it. And he gets a matchup against the Sixers to allow top 8 transition points, where he scores 22% of his points. Top 4 points in the pick and roll, where he scores 18% of his points. He scores 41% of his points around the rim. That's a top 7 matchup as well. It's just a really good all-around matchup for Cooper Flag. And then the last play is Dominic Barlow. Dominic Barlow over 15.5 PRA. Sleeper play here for Dominic Barlow, because when you give Dominic Barlow just 25 minutes this season, it doesn't matter who he's playing. When you give Dominic Barlow just 25 minutes, he's went over 15.5 in 8 out of 9 games. And that's not looking at matchup. When you look at the matchup, Barlow scores 80% of his points in the paint or in the restricted area. That's a top 5 and top 3 matchup. And I'm penciling in 25 minutes because there's no Paul George, no Embiid, and no Kelly Oubre. We've only had, I think, 1 game without all 3 of those guys. We've had 1 game without all 3 of those guys, and Barlow played for 31 minutes. So, I'm penciling in 25 minutes. Love the spot here against Dallas for Dominic Barlow. $30 PRA? Yeah, I wouldn't take that for Cooper Flag. That's high. And then at the 2 other leans that I like, we were just looking at plays on Memphis for some reason so far. Jaren Jackson Jr. overs. Probably his PRA looks pretty solid, but I'll take a look. But Wells points. I actually like Wells points. Asar Thompson over 18.5. I got you. 18.5 PRA. But yeah, if you guys want to tune into my YouTube live, I'm live right now on YouTube, so you can see exactly what I'm looking at too. What was it? Oh, Asar Thompson, sorry, 18.5 PRA. 18.5 PRA in this matchup against the Hornets is looks pretty good. He got hurt last game though, didn't he? Let's see if they're missing anyone real quick. Sorry. Let me see Asar. Thompson, PRA, it's at 19.5, but let me see 18.5. It's a good matchup in the interior against Charlotte. He just doesn't play like 30 minutes on a consistent basis, especially when all their players are healthy, like Tobias, Duncan Robinson. But let me see. PRA for Asar Thompson at 18.5. Duncan Robinson's GTD and Karis LeVert. So if Duncan Robinson doesn't play, it should be much better for Asar just being more in the rotation and for sure going to be closing out that game. 64% of Asar Thompson's points come in the restricted area. That's a top 5 matchup for Asar. You look at this season though, at this line, 61% rate on this line. But if you look into the advanced filters, if you look at restricted area defenses, because Charlotte just is very terrible in the restricted area, above average restricted area matchup, it's 62% at rate. If you give him a top 10 restricted area matchup, top 10 restricted area, 4 out of 7. It's not crazy. If he does get more minutes, though, without Duncan Robinson, I don't mind it. It's not terrible, though. I don't mind it. It's not the best thing in the world. I don't mind Keontae George. I really like Keontae George. If anything, I'll lean the over on Keontae George. The pick and roll matchup is good. Point guard matchup is good as well. J Huff, I love J Huff, Chris. I love J Huff. I love J Huff here. Chris Dunn. Dunn's been killing it. Same thing, kind of similar thing for Dunn. It's just the minutes, right? He'll go games where he plays 30. He'll go games where he doesn't even play. But let me see the matchup for Dunn. The spot-up matchup's really good for Dunn, actually, against the Lakers. I know that. I know the Lakers give a lot of spot-up points. Top 10 spot-up points, top 3 isolation, top 9 transition. Is Harden playing? Harden's gonna play from what I'm seeing. Yeah, Harden's gonna play, so. Yeah, last game he did really well, but just so many games where he'll just play like 21 minutes against the Hawks. Doesn't play 30 plus minutes. 7 out of 10 games. I don't mind that spot there for Dunn. You're saying 7.5 points? 7.5 is not bad either. The matchup against the Lakers is decent. Zones-wise, it's decent. It's not a good corner 3 matchup, which he scores a good amount of points. 22% of his points come in the corners. Not a huge fan of this spot, to be honest, for Chris Dunn. Bro, can you help me check Ryan Nembhard's 7 assists? I'll take a look at that. Nembhard, 7 assists. Let me see. Ryan Nembhard. Over 7 assists. Oh, sorry, not Ryan. I'm tripping. Andrew Nembhard, huh? 7 assists for Andrew Nembhard. 7 assists. Let me see. His minutes are weird. No, Ryan Nembhard's minutes are weird. I don't think Andrew Nembhard's minutes. Yeah, Andrew Nembhard gets a bunch of minutes. 7 assists, though. It's a good matchup. I mean, top 7 assist matchup for him against New Orleans today. It's a high-paced matchup, and the most important thing is that the game's projected to be close, which is great. If you look at the assist chart, though, it's not an amazing assist chart. Who are we facing? Is this not New Orleans? I guess they don't give them any assists in the restricted area. Which is interesting. I thought they would. Let me see this. Andrew Nembhard, 7 assists. That's so weird. I think this assisting is wrong. That's so weird. Assist heat map analysis 2026. I guess they don't give that many assists in the restricted area based on one site. They give up a bunch of assists in the restricted area in another site. That's weird. Let me type this, actually. Sorry, let me check in on that. I'm testing something real quick. All right. Nembhard, to close it out, 7 assists for Nembhard. Not a huge fan of. We get to 10K likes, I'll drop the slip again. 10K likes, I'll drop the slip, and I'll show y'all what else I like. But again, the rest of my plays are in the premium if you guys are interested in that. We're going to have a big day. We had a huge day yesterday. An insane day yesterday. So, if y'all want to join, how many free spots are left? There are 23 free day passes remaining if you guys want to join. And then 75% off using code NBA. So, feel free to join. 23 free day passes remaining. What are the plays? 10K likes, gonna drop the plays. Who you take tomorrow? Would I take tomorrow? I don't know if I would. Because I don't know if I'd take the under on DeMar because Jeremy Grant is questionable. If I know Jeremy Grant's not playing, then yeah. I'd be more inclined to take DeMar's under. If I know Jeremy Grant is playing, sorry. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's been hooping. But this matchup for Jamal Murray isn't great against Houston. It's a very tough matchup for Jamal Murray, actually, against Houston. Did I spell Jamal wrong? Jamal Murray's points against Houston. It's a decent above the break 3 matchup. It's not an amazing matchup. Point guard matchup, they actually allow 7th least points to point guards. They don't give them any pick and roll points. Not a huge huge fan of Jamal here. Even though he's been playing really well, the matchup's really bad against Houston. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take that. Caleb Williams discount, I take every discount. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the best value on the board. Don't trip over discounts. If they miss, they missed. More often than not, they're going to hit. And don't try to pick and choose, right? They're going to be the best value on the board every single time. I'm using Props Edge. Props Edge. Props Edge. Use code Balone. You get 25% off your first purchase. That's how I do all my research. Sorry, I haven't been looking at YouTube comments. Zubac under points. Let's see Zubac. Against the Lakers, under points for Zubac. Oof. And they don't have DeAndre Ayton. I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't do that for Zubac. It's a pretty tough matchup against the Lakers for some reason, but they don't have Ayton, so I wouldn't take the under on Zubac. Sarr, this is Sarr's first game back, right? Alex Sarr hasn't played since... Oh, wait, this is his second game back. He played last game, only played 24 minutes. They lost by 25. So he's playing today against Memphis. 15 points for Sarr. It looks decent. I mean, 65% of games, but if he's going to be on this minutes limit still, he probably is. He's probably going to play 28 minutes, maybe, if that. Probably wouldn't take it. And the Memphis matchup's not the best thing in the world. So, yeah, I'd stay away from Sarr until we get more consistent minutes. I don't like taking players when they're on a minutes limit when you know, even if the game is close, they're not going to play those minutes. That makes sense? I don't like doing that, right? I'd rather take a player when I know if the game is close. That's my bottom level, right? If I know the game is going to be competitive, which I try to say every game's going to be competitive unless it's like a 15-plus point blowout, then we're going to make it based on those minutes, based on that volume. But if I know Alexander Sarr is going to be sitting that game, even if it's close, not going to take it. It's just harder, right? It's harder to judge how many minutes he's going to get and place a line or place a spot based on that. Cooper 15 is easy. Not easy, but I really like that. That should be good. Wells points I like. Jock Landell. Over, what is that, rebounds? Ooh, Landell's been hooping. Landell's been hooping. Just minutes-wise, I'm saying. No Edie, let's see. He's played 20 minutes, or 30, 27, 27, 24, 26. So he's getting consistent minutes, Landell is, and he gets a really good matchup for Landell. You said rebounds? 7 rebounds for Landell is not bad. I mean, it's the best rebound matchup in the league. One of the best rebound matchups in the league. It is the best rebound matchup in the league. He gets 20, 14 chances, 14 chances, 18 chances, 14 chances. I don't mind Lando's rebounds. He just hasn't been performing that well. And he barely takes shots. So points might not be good. But rebounds is interesting. Rebounds at 7 is not bad for Lando. I don't mind that. Scotty Barnes over 13.5. Rebounds and assists. Yeah, I got you. Rebounds and assists for Scotty Barnes against the Celtics without Jaylen Brown. It's a below average assist matchup. Bottom 11 rebound matchup to opposing teams. 57% of games this season. Yeah, he had 19 rebounds and assists last game against them. Ooh, is Jakob Poeltl's probably not playing, right? Jakob Poeltl's downgraded to doubtful. Jakob Poeltl's not going to play. That's interesting. Let me see games without Jakob Poeltl. And of course, without Barrett. We've only seen 3 games without Barrett. So let me see games without Jakob Poeltl. Even without Jakob Poeltl, it's not even amazing. Yeah, not a huge fan of that Scotty Barnes play. I don't really see anything crazy with that. Jaylen Brown's not playing? Yeah, he's not playing. I don't think it really matters, though, the rebounds and assists too much. 10K, yes, 10K. All right, back to the plays at 10K. First of all, appreciate you guys hopping on in. Drop me a follow if you guys are new here. I try to go live here every single day. And hop into Discord. I mean, it's free to join. You might as well. We drop plays there every single day. And then we have a free premium, too. So, I don't like Cam Spencer. All right. Here's the play. Pin it. Or someone say it, and then I'll pin it. Anthony Davis, more than 21.5 points. Anthony Davis, more than 21.5 points. This is all in the same game. And these are the edges you need to take if you want to be more consistent. Especially on these 3, or even like 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to have something that's going to correlate. And let me explain that first. Where it's like, if it's in the same game, and this game between Dallas and Philly stays close, hopefully it does, then these guys have more of a chance to go more. If it goes into overtime somehow too, more of a chance. But say you do 3 plays, and they're all random players on random teams. One on Detroit, one on the Mavs, one on Houston. If one of those games blow out, you're screwed. More likely than not, you're screwed. If this one game blows out, you're screwed anyways. But in a different scenario, if all 3 of them are on different teams, different games, you have more of a chance to lose based on blowout, things you can't control. So, yes, I love the stats for all 3 of these guys. Anthony Davis, 21.5 points on the more. Cooper Flag, 28.5 PRA on the more. Call the number, bro. If you don't like Barlow, I respect it. At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to take it or not. This is what I like. If you don't like Barlow, then don't take it. If you don't like Barlow, don't take it. But the reasoning on Barlow is one of my favorite plays on the board too. If you don't like it, if you don't know who Dominic Barlow is, maybe you haven't watched hoops enough, right? Dominic Barlow, 15.5 PRA. Guess what? When he plays at least 25 minutes this season, just 25 minutes for Dominic Barlow, he's went more on 15.5 PRA in 8 out of 9 games. And you're saying, why is he getting 25 plus minutes? We can't pencil in for that. No Oubre, no Paul George, and no Joel Embiid. We've only seen one game with that. He played 31 minutes. So penciling in for 25 minutes seems pretty safe. In a matchup against Dallas, the restricted area defense is good. The paint defense is good matchup too. So yeah, love that spot. If you don't like it, feel free. Feel free to not like it. Feel free. I don't really care. I respect it, right? At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to take the plays. I'm just here talking about the stat. Is that the only slip? I got way more plays in the premium. Way more plays in the premium today. I actually have only 2 other plays, but I'm gonna drop way more in the premium. We have a long day. We have a long day today. We have a long day. I don't like Maxey too much. I think his line's pretty juiced based on. That's what I was trying to do. Just try to find someone on the Philly side that I like. I didn't like Maxey. Don't like Edgecomb. Don't like Grimes either. Maxey's line is 31.5 points. Even without Embiid, even without Paul George, is not amazing, and the matchup's not the best thing in the world. So yeah, I don't like Maxey too much. LaMelo hooped against the Hawks the last game. Bro, LaMelo's going crazy last game against the Hawks. 8 from 11 from 3 is crazy. But rebounds and assists for LaMelo. He did only play 29 minutes last game in a game that was really competitive, very close. So I'm assuming he's still going to be on a minutes limit, some sort of minutes limit, right? Get a matchup against Detroit that allowed the least assists and 6 least rebounds. He generates 41% of his assists to players in the restricted area. That's a bottom 1 matchup. I'm probably not taking LaMelo though here, even though he's hit this in 71% of games. First of all, he's still going to be on a minutes limit most likely, and he gets a very tough matchup against Detroit. So yes, probably not going to take there. Probably not going to take him there. How's the Conca nipple matchup? I don't think it's amazing. Dylan Brooks over points. Amen 24.5 PR. I don't think Amen's matchup is amazing against the Nuggets. 24.5 for Amen. He's been doing really well. I mean, I understand why you like it. 6 out of 7 games he's won over. Now he gets a matchup against Denver, which he did go over, but they played, again, 44 minutes in OT. So he got, what, 5 extra minutes there? Not a huge fan of this spot. It's an average matchup all around. If you look at the whole season, only 50% of games going more. He's had really good matchups recently. New Orleans was a smash spot. Dallas was a smash spot. Utah was a good spot. And the Kings were a good spot. So this is a tough matchup here. If you look at opposing defensive rating, it's an average defensive rating matchup. So it's not terrible. I probably want to take it, though. Anthony Davis, points or rebounds? Points. Brooks. The matchup against the Warriors is not good. Spot up matchup. He did hoop last game. 24 points. And Allen is questionable. I just wait for Allen. I don't really like looking at players when an impactful guy like Allen is questionable. Davis's points. Is Zion on minutes limit? It does look like he is going to be. I mean, last game the game was super close against Houston. Went to OT. Played 21 minutes. Should tell you what you need to know. He played 21 minutes in a game that went to OT. I think they just ran with other guys over Zion, and he only played 21 minutes. That's crazy. I'm not going to take Zion today. Even though it's a really good matchup for Zion. It's a really good matchup for Zion. I just can't trust the minutes. Trey Murphy looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Trey Murphy looks really good. Trey Murphy, 19.5 for Trey Murphy is kind of crazy to me. Even if their guys are all here, Trey Murphy's going to get the minutes. PRA at 28.5 PRA for Murphy. Let me see Murphy's PRA. Yeah, 28.5 PRA for Murphy is so good. Even though he's hit this, yeah. And a lot of it, yeah, he's hit this line in the last 7 games, but he's going to be their consistent guy. 38 minutes in overtime, 34, 31, 38, 35. This game is actually close. They're actually favored by 3 points. And you look at games, let me see margins. In games where they don't lose by more than 10 and they keep the game close, 28.5 PRA, 53% of games. It's actually not amazing. I don't mind Trey Murphy's PRA. Points or PRA? Probably the points. Or the PRA. The PRA has better odds. 28.5, yeah. I think he hits both, though. Where do you have Cooper Flag? 30 or 28.5 PRA, I think. Let me see. Let me see. What did I take it at? Yeah, 28.5 PRA. Brown is out anything like big? No, not really. Not really. Maybe the rebounds and assists for Pritchard, but they don't give that many rebounds and assists. That scares me. Because the one game Peyton Pritchard played without Jaylen Brown this season, he had 24 rebound and assist chances, which is good, but it was a matchup against Washington. It was a really good matchup. Let me see games about Jaylen Brown last season. Yeah, still, I'm not a huge fan still. I don't like anything on the Celtics because even with Jaylen Brown out. Yeah, I don't like too much there. Bro, I took Zion over 26.5. Didn't know he was on a minutes limit. Yeah, you got to look into it a little bit more. I mean, it was his second or third game back from injury, right? Yeah, this is going to be his third game back from injury, and he played 27, then 21 minutes in overtime. How come Barlow line hasn't moved if everyone's calling out? That's just what it's set at. They're going to keep it there. 15.5 is actually pretty favored on the over, too. On the more, too. Luka Doncic over 50 PRA. Actually, I haven't seen that. Against the Clippers. It's an average pick and roll defense. A good pull-up spot. Good above the break 3 spot. Top 2 above the break 3 spot. 50 PRA. Just at 50 or 50 is not bad. I mean, if you like it at 50, yeah. 70% of games at 50 is not bad. It's a good spot, too. Above the break 3 matchup is good. Pull-up matchup is good, too. And this game's projected to be close. Again, no Reeves, so the usage should be insane for Luka. Curry under points. Steph Curry under points against the Suns. 27.5 points for Steph. Am I crazy for thinking that's, like, high? Is he going to light me up? 27.5 against a pretty tough defensive team is... Actually, Steph has been hooping, man. It's not a tough defensive team, but average defense. I wouldn't take the under here. I don't know. I don't see anything crazy with this spot. I would lean the under though. I think 27.5 is really high, especially with Butler playing, with most of their guys in rotation, and this defensive matchup is pretty tough. Peyton Watson's out. Peyton Watson just got ruled out. Black, Points, and Jabari. Anthony Black does seem good, especially without Franz, especially without Suggs. Suggs is doubtful, I think, today. Let me see. Suggs is doubtful today. Even Tristan Da Silva's questionable too. Black is not bad. The restricted area defense is pretty tough, but the transition matchup is good. Spot up matchup is good. Free throw matchup is pretty good for Anthony Black. The zones matchup is not the best thing in the world. Let me see. Anthony Black's points, 17.5. Maybe the rebounds and assists might be better. Maybe the rebounds and assists spot is better. Wait, who's he facing today? He's facing the Jazz? Definitely the rebounds and assists is better. 8.5 rebounds and assists for Anthony Black? Wait, are we crazy? Am I crazy? 8.5 rebounds and assists for Black seems crazy. Seems crazy low. Don't mind the points. Rebounds and assists for Black in this matchup. Top 4 rebounds, top 6 assists in a game they're 8-point favorites. Without Franz, without Suggs. Where he's hit this in what? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 7 past games. Yeah, Anthony Black's rebounds and assists look really good. In a high-paced matchup too? Wait. Anthony Black looks amazing. This might be my 2-unit play, and this is why I like talking to you. I can't find everything, but when I talk to you guys, I see things that you guys are showing. Very high-paced matchup for Anthony Black too. Yeah, the rebounds and assists for Black looks amazing. I'm gonna write that down. Anthony Black, 8.5 rebounds and assists looks really good, bro. Really good for Anthony Black's rebounds and assists. Barlow threes, I'd rather do the PRA for Barlow. I don't even know if he shoots that many threes. What's your take on Wells' 4 threes? I like the Wells points. I don't know about the threes. He actually doesn't shoot that many threes, as you think he would. What do you got for AD? His points. If we get to 15K likes, I will drop the play again. Black's 3 assists, sure. 3 assists for Black. Yeah, I don't mind that. The rebounds and assists just looks wonderful. Without Franz, let me see. Without Franz, he's 2 of 3. And then with games without Paulo, he was doing pretty well too. It's not as good without Paulo. But this matchup against the Jazz is amazing. Yeah, this matchup against the Jazz is amazing. Yeah, Anthony Black's rebounds and assists is pretty good. Maybe even his PRA could be good. It's a good points matchup too. I got to take a look at what I want to take for Black. But as of now, the rebounds and assists looks the best. The rebounds and assists looks the best. Can you check Flag again? Watching from YouTube, I got you. What about Flag? I love Flag spot here. I'll show you on YouTube. This is why I like Flag. PRA at 28.5 for Flag. Not only has he been hooping, but let's see. 7 out of 10 games. He's went over. Been hooping. Gets a matchup against Philly right now that give top 8 points in the restricted area. That's 41% of his points in the restricted area. Look at the play types. Good transition matchup, top 7 or average transition matchup. Good pick and roll matchup there. They give the most points, most rebounds to power forward. Sorry, 8th most points, 5th most rebounds to power forwards. Average assist. But yeah, this spot here for Flag is really good. Especially this matchup against the Sixers in the restricted area. I'm actually curious to see the restricted area matchup. One sec, let me see. Restricted area defense. Above average, yeah. If you give him a matchup against just an above average or below average restricted area defense, so from 15 to 30, He's went over this line in 80% of games. And that doesn't account, like, recently when he's getting way more usage, taking way more shots, and been way more aggressive. Look at this. You guys see this? On YouTube, you guys can see what I'm saying. I'm on YouTube. Subscribe there if you guys are new. But 8 out of 10 games when he's faced at least an above average restricted area defense. So the Wizards, Pacers, Pelicans, Bucks, Blazers, Pelicans, Heat. 8 out of 10 games. And, what's it called? The Sixers are the 8th worst restricted area defense. And then now without Joel Embiid too. So yes, PRA 30 or 28.5 PRA even. I would not take 29.5. I got it at 28.5. And that's a good value we're getting in the premium every single day. Alright, I'm probably going to hop off here shortly. I'll give a recap of the plays. You guys don't have to get the 15K. I'll give a recap right now. I'm going to hop off right now in a sec. But again, guys, there are 23 free day passes remaining to the premium. So you can get all my plays today for free. 23 day passes remaining. There's 19 now, so 4 of them just got taken. 19 free day passes remaining. Use code NBA for 75% off. And then, yeah, here's the play. Anthony Davis, more than 21.5 points. Cooper Flag, more than 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Dominique Barlow, over 15.5 PRA. Of course, this play can easily miss, but that's why you have to get access to everything. Yesterday, we had an amazing day. Yesterday, we only missed one prop. We hit, yeah, we just had a good day. I don't want to get banned, so we had a good day. You guys can check it out for yourself. I give a recap there. So feel free to hop on in. Appreciate you guys hopping on in. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Best of luck. Peace. All right, YouTube. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Peace out, y'all.